My dad is a Mountie, and I don't know, I just kind of always probably was going to follow in his footsteps anyway, so I said, okay, I'll become a Mountie.
I knew I wanted to be a paramedic when I was 8 years old.
From a young age, I used to run around the farm in Saskatchewan with a sawed-off hockey stick.
It's something I wanted to do ever since I was a little kid.
Started out as an air cadet actually over in Victoria.
And I was one of those little kids that never got out of it.
I'm not a big fan of camping, so the Navy was the life for me.
It doesn't really matter whether you're a fire, police, paramedic, border guard, you know, we are all from a common family.
When we got hired as paramedics, we never had a list of different things. These are the different things that you're going to see. I have a 2-year-old daughter, and traumatic injuries of children didn't really used to bug me, but now when I do a call with a pediatric patient, it's tough.
In 2012, my twin brother died in Surrey. The detachment commander in Burnaby said, you know, I know all your family's coming into town. Do you have a place for them to stay? I said, well, no, I guess they'll stay in a hotel.
By coincidence, one night a TV was on, a documentary came up called Peace Warrior with Captain Trevor Green. Watching that documentary and seeing the rehab that he had to go through with his wife Debbie and at that time his little girl Grace, to think that, you know, our Canadian Forces men and women, you know, when they get injured, don't seem to really have a place to stay. It's a home away from home for Canadian Forces, first responders, and their families while they're getting treatment at VGH, GF Strong, Royal Columbian.
As the spouse of an emergency service member, you really see those families whose lives have changed in a split second. We've tried our very best to make sure that it has the comforts that these families would experience at home. There's privacy in having your own suite, but then with the communal living and eating areas, we find that it really helps families to connect.
People show up at the house, a lot of worries, and they come in at the house, and just for a minute you can get to sometimes see that they kind of forget why they're here. They're in awe of the house.
Everybody has stressors in their life, but when you add on top of that some of the stressors for first responders, whether it's military, police, paramedics, whoever it is, there's extra stress.
The unfortunate thing is that that has a cumulative effect over the years. It's almost like wearing a backpack and every time you go out on a call, you put another item in that pack until that pack gets too heavy.
And we're not really good for asking for help, so a lot of paramedics struggle with even saying, hey, I need help, or, you know, I'm in a time of need. We never see ourselves as the one that's going to be the patient.
With the uniform comes a lot of pride, thinking that I can deal with situations or problems on my own and not wanting to seek help.
Seeing that commitment from these young men and women who give each and every day just drives me to see that they get the tools, they get the support that they need.
You know, the more you think about it, it was a chance for the whole family to be together for that whole week or 2-week period they were here and mourn together and kind of just be as a family.
Anything that reduces the level of stress for the soldier or the soldier's family is greatly appreciated.
What would you say to somebody who came up to you and said, how do I give back to first responders? How do I give back to the military?
My God, how did people give back?
Yeah, a lot of people actually ask, you know, I wish I could do something for you, or I wish we could, you know, can I get you a coffee or something, but we never have time for that coffee.
Sometimes people don't even know who the first responders were that helped them in that time of need.
You know, from what I've been through, I can tell that I've changed a little bit.
It's very much appreciated, certainly for some of my personnel that have had the ability to utilize Honor House.
The sponsors, the volunteers, the people who put this together, we can't thank them enough for the tremendous service they have provided for our men and women in uniform.
Organizations like Honor House give me a sense of comfort that the Canadian population does care.
We're a charitable and nonprofit society, and we really rely on donations. We rely on fundraising to keep this house open and free.
We come in very quick and we're gone very quick. So I think Honor House is really a way that the community can adopt their first responders and say thank you and and we appreciate what you do, and we're here for you when you need help.